Did you know that the way a man greets you can reveal more about his feelings than hours of conversation? Psychologists say that subtle, unconscious cues in his body language, tone, and choice of words can expose his true emotions, whether he's secretly smitten, just being polite, or even disinterested. If you've ever wondered what his greeting really means, here are 5 telltale signs to watch for. 1. The lingering eye contact. Is he captivated or just courteous? The power of his gaze. What his eyes reveal about his heart. Have you ever locked eyes with a man and felt that electric, unspoken tension, like time slowed down just for you? That's no accident. Psychologists say prolonged eye contact is one of the most telling signs of attraction, and here's why. When a man holds your gaze even a second longer than usual, his brain is silently screaming what his words might not. It's science. When two people share an extended look, their bodies release oxytocin, the love hormone that deepens emotional bonds. This isn't just polite eye contact, it's an intimate, almost primal signal that he's drawn to you. His pupils might even dilate, a biological response to attraction, and you'll notice his focus feels intense, as if he's memorizing your face. But here's the catch. If he quickly glances away, shifts uncomfortably, or seems distracted, his subconscious might be sending a very different message. Avoidant eye contact can signal nervousness, disinterest, or even guilt. A man who's genuinely captivated won't want to break that connection. He'll linger in the moment, savoring it. So next time your eyes meet, pay attention. Does his gaze feel like a warm embrace or a fleeting handshake? The answer is written in his stare. 2. The warmth of his smile. Real joy or polite mask. A smile can be the most telling giveaway of a man's true feelings, but not all smiles are created equal. When a man is genuinely happy to see you, his smile isn't just a polite curve of the lips, it's a full-face phenomenon. His eyes crinkle at the corners, those tiny crow's feet, appearing like little sunbursts of joy. His cheeks lift, his whole expression softens, and there's an unmistakable warmth radiating from him. This is the Duchenne smile, the kind psychologists call the smile of true happiness, because it's nearly impossible to fake. But then there's the other kind, the one that doesn't quite reach his eyes. His lips may stretch, but his gaze stays flat, distant. Maybe his jaw is just a little too tight, his posture stiff, as if he's forcing himself through the motions. That's the social smile, the mask people wear when they're being polite, but feel nothing beneath the surface. Worse, the closed lip smirk, where his mouth barely moves, almost like he's holding back, either because he's hiding his disinterest or keeping his emotions locked away. And here's the kicker. Our brains are wired to detect these differences instantly. When someone flashes a real, joyful grin at you, your subconscious lights up with recognition. This person likes me. But a forced smile? It leaves you with that nagging doubt, that subtle unease, because your instincts know something's off. So next time he greets you, don't just listen to his words. Watch his smile. Is it effortless, electric, like you're the only person in the room? Or is it measured, cautious, as if he's calculating his next move? The answer might just reveal everything he hasn't said out loud. Thought-provoking. Question. Have you ever noticed a smile that didn't match the energy behind it? What was your gut telling you? 3. The touch test. Affectionate or just friendly? The touch test. A lingering hug, a fleeting pat. What does his touch really mean? When a man reaches out to greet you, his hands speak a language all their own. That split-second decision, whether he offers a stiff handshake, a casual pat on the back, or pulls you into a warm, lingering hug, holds hidden clues about his true feelings. If he goes in for a full embrace, letting his arms wrap around you just a little longer than necessary, pay attention. That hesitation before letting go, the way his body relaxes against yours, it's not just friendliness, it's chemistry. A genuine hug creates a moment of closeness, and if he savors it, his subconscious is screaming that he wants to be near you. Then there's the gentle touch on your arm or shoulder, a subtle but deliberate brush of contact. It's his way of testing the waters, seeing how you respond to his presence. If his fingers linger or his grip is tender, he's signaling attraction. But if his touch is quick, impersonal, a brisk handshake, a distant pat, it's a different story. Minimal contact suggests he's keeping emotional and physical distance. And if he avoids touch altogether, folding his arms or stepping back, that's a quiet but clear message. You're not someone he's eager to connect with. The boldest tell? When he finds excuses to touch you after the greeting, adjusting your scarf, playfully nudging you, or accidentally brushing your hand. Those tiny, repeated touches, they're not accidents. They're his heart betraying him, one fleeting moment at a time. So the next time he reaches out, don't just feel it, read it. because his hands might be saying what his words won't. 4. His vocal tone. Does his voice change when he greets you? Listen closely. His voice betrays his heart. Have you ever noticed how a man's voice changes when he's talking to someone he truly likes? It's not just your imagination. Science backs it up. Research shows that when a man is attracted to someone, his voice often softens, warms, and even shifts in pitch. It's like his subconscious is whispering, "I'm into you," before he even says the words. Picture this. He sees you, and suddenly, his usual deep, steady tone melts into something smoother, almost tender. Maybe his voice drops slightly, a sign of vulnerability, or speeds up with excitement because he can't wait to talk to you. Some men even unconsciously mimic your tone, creating a subtle harmony that psychologists call vocal mirroring, a silent dance of connection. But here's the real tell. If his greeting sounds flat, monotone, or disengaged, like he's reciting a script rather than truly seeing you, his heart isn't fully in it. A man who cares will make his voice a mirror of his emotions, leaning in, lingering on your name, or letting his tone ripple with warmth. So next time he says, "Hey," don't just listen to the word, listen to the music behind it. That's where the truth hides. 5. The effort factor. Does he go out of his way? The effort factor, how his greeting reveals his true investment in you. When a man genuinely cares, his greeting isn't just a formality, it's a moment. He doesn't just say, "Hey," and move on. He makes sure you feel his presence. Maybe he leans in a little closer, his body angled toward you like a compass pointing true north. Or perhaps he greets you with a nickname only he uses, something playful or intimate that instantly makes the exchange feel special. A man who's emotionally invested will often be the first to acknowledge you in a room, his eyes lighting up the second you walk in. There's an eagerness in his voice, a warmth in his touch, maybe even a lingering hand on your shoulder or a hug that lasts just a beat longer than necessary. These aren't accidents, they're subconscious tells. On the flip side, indifference is just as obvious. If his greeting is a distracted mumble, a half-hearted wave from across the room, or worse, if he waits for you to initiate every time, it's a sign you're not a priority. A rushed, generic hi with no eye contact? That's not just casual, it's calculated distance. The truth is, effort doesn't lie. When a man is truly into you, he won't just say hello, he'll make sure you remember it. So, how does your man greet you? Next time you greet him, pay attention. These subtle clues don't lie. Whether he's head over heels or just going through the motions, his true feelings are hiding in plain sight. So, which of these signs does your man show? Did you notice any of these signs in someone you know? Share your stories below. Now that you know these signs, start noticing them in real life. And if you love decoding hidden psychology like this, smash that like button, subscribe for more relationship secrets, and hit the bell so you never miss our juicy insights.